Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your favorite random and feature king of YouTube, Tens was in the building today, and welcome back to the last episode of this season, episode 93 of the Mr. Will's Fun Fact Show. I know I say that kind of fast. So, like the title is called, I always say that a lot. Like the title is called What's Your Favorite X-Men Cartoon? Now, what brought me to this point is I put it on my Twitter page and I put it on my Facebook page. I asked everybody, like, what's your favorite X-Men cartoon? Sadly enough, I didn't get a response on my Facebook, but I did put a response on, like I said, put a response on the Twitter, and I asked, and surprisingly enough, Wolverine and X-Men beat out X-Men Evolution, and I'll put there's enough shows on it, but what I wanted to say is this: don't like when this video close to end. I got my reactions when I watched like some of all the X-Men intros, and you guys gotta watch it because man, it's really good. So, anyways, going back off the list here, guys. So I think it's like a total of maybe I think maybe 8, possibly 7 X-Men cartoons if I'm remembering right. But anyways though, so let's go ahead and get started with this list. Starting at number 6. This kind of is a gimme here. It's X-Men 1989, called The Pride of the X-Men. In this one, we got Professor X, Cyclops, Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Wolverine, Kitty Pryde, and Dazzler. The funny, like, here's a little tidbit for you guys. Those of you who ever took the time out actually do your little history on this X-Men cartoon shows. What's so funny about this is that one, Wolverine has an Australian accent. And this is weird. It's like Wolverine's Canadian. It was so weird. I remember when I sit back and watch, I'm like, that was weird for me. When I was younger, I didn't care. But oddly enough, in 1992, they had an arcade game based off the 1989 cartoon, which I actually beat like early 2000. Again, the game came out in 1990. So anyways, coming in roughly at number 5 is the Wolverine anime. Now, I wonder why you're wondering why I picked this on here. Well, oddly enough here, the reason I put this on here because we really didn't get like a standalone Wolverine cartoon. We had a standalone comic book, but not a standalone cartoon show. And like and so like what's good about this, because we in the comics we always read about Wolverine's adventures in Japan. And what's so funny about what's good about this, it actually somewhat covers this. Let's try this. I remember the show aired January 7th, 2011 to March 25th, 2011. I'm sorry, January. Sorry, it was a trailer. I mean, sorry, it was a preview on January. Yeah, so I'm sorry. So it actually aired July 23rd, 2011, and ended October 4th, 2011. Sorry about that, guys. I just read my notes here. But we saw the return of Omega Red in this cartoon. The main bad guy was Shingen, Yuriko's father. It was really good. I think for me, what was so good about this cartoon was that I think it was one of those Wolverine's Adventures in Japan. It was really good, and it added like a sad ending that finally he got close. I'm thinking he gonna get there. He gonna save the girl. She ended up getting shot by a stray bullet by the dude that's trying to marry her into the family. And some of the battles they had in there is pretty awesome. The intro is so pretty good. Again, you watch my reactions, see that, so awesome. But here's another quick tidbit for those of you who don't know. I hope I'm saying his name right. Milo Ventimiglia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please forgive if I'm saying it wrong, guys. He was on Heroes. I think he was the guy who can he can have everybody's powers. And he can mimic everybody's powers. It was a pretty good show, man. So again, Wolverine number 5. Coming at number 4 here, guys, is a Marvel anime, which aired. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. I got 24. Oh, sorry. Yeah, October 21st to January 6th, 2011. That's right. I think I probably got that wrong. Please forgive me. like I said, just like with Marvel anime Wolverine, like the one thing they did had is like it was other shows with that. It had a Marvel anime Iron Man or Iron Man anime, however you want to call it. They had Blade anime on there. Blade anime, you know, I did like I said, I watched all of them, each episode had 12 episodes each. But the plot with this one was pretty interesting. Was the X-Men just beat the Inner Circle at the same time. Jean Grey killed herself to stop the Dark Phoenix, whatnot, from taking over. And the characters we have in there, I don't know why I had Nightcrawler on there. He's actually not on that one. It's Beast, Cyclops, Wolverine, who was voiced by Stephen J. Blue, Hasiko, Professor Xavier, and I think that's it. But I like to say one thing before we talk about this. Storm was hot. Yeah. Did y'all see her? Like, Storm was waifu right there, dog. Storm was just basically waifu, and I enjoyed her. And you know, it was like I think they had to deal with a group called the Human, who are like actually cybernetics who's trying to, if I'm saying this right, who's trying to harvest mutants organs or something like that. So come on, a fast pace number 3, which is Wolverine and X-Men, which aired November 29th, 2009. And I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Sorry, January 23rd to November 29th, 2009. Sorry about that. So we have two different X-Men teams. The present X-Men team was with Wolverine, who was actually the leader of this group this time, and then Cyclops, Emma Frost, Beast, Storm, Nightcrawler, Angel, Shadowcat, Iceman, Rogue, and Phoenix. And I'm gonna get into the future part in this in 1 second. So basically, what the plot was that this like explosion happened at the X Mansion, and basically like all the X-Men, I can't remember was Jean. Either Jean disappeared, which I think happened, or she was in a coma. I think Jean disappeared. But basically, like some type of way, Professor Xavier's consciousness has went towards the future where the signals was in control, just like pretty much in the days of future past. And so basically, what was going on? Professor Xavier was telling Wolverine to get the X-Men back together to try to stop this dark future from happening. But this future X-Men was with Professor Xavier, Bishop, the Circle, who I can't remember, Domino, Hellion, I do remember Hellion, Kamal, Marrow. I actually like Marrow in this episode, at Wolverine and the X-Men. Where we at? Polaris, Rover. She was Polaris, the daughter of Magneto in that type of future. Vanisher, Wolverine, X-23. So again, like I said, for Stephen J. Blue, who pretty much now voiced Wolverines in pretty much in these new versions of the cartoons. And like I said, at first I was kind of messed up, like why is it called Wolverine and X-Men? But I simply enjoyed this cartoon. It was really good, and I liked the story, especially when they find out that when they actually brought back Xavier's conscience back, and they actually found out that by them changing that future, it showed. I mean, the last episode, it showed the Age of Apocalypse. It showed Apocalypse and Age of Apocalypse Cyclops up there, and man, I was pretty interested to watch that. I was like, man, I would love to see that. But sadly, that was the reason why the show couldn't come back for another season, because there's financial problems with their partners. So I don't know. I can't remember if Benny the Comic Historian actually covered this, but if he does, I hope he does cover it. But because Fox owns the rights to distribute. I can't say that. Why can I never say these words right? To dispute. I can't talk. But pretty much they held on how they wanted to present the X-Men. Pretty much. Marvel still owns them, but Fox pretty much owns the majority of how they want to be on TV, cartoons, whatnot. So we need another X-Men cartoon. But oddly enough, I remember there was a Marvel animated. Marvel had for a while. Marvel was good with their animated movies until DC took that over. They had an anime called Hulk vs. Wolverine. I have not seen that, but it was a prequel to for Wolverine and X-Men. So I might take a good peek at it, see how it goes. Coming in the strong number 2 is one of my personal favorites, which is X-Men Evolution. This show aired from November 4th, 2000 to October 25th, 2003. So, this I'm gonna tell the characters: Cyclops, Professor X, Wolverine, Shadowcat, Beast, Jean Grey, Jean Grey, Storm, Spike, Rogue, and Nightcrawler. This is kind of one of my favorite roles because this was kind of different because from the Rogue we know from the 90s, she was like Rogue was more like socially, I don't want to say awkward, but she was a goth. She was nervous. She had a crush. Crush on Cyclops. And even like Wolverine was downplayed a little bit for being more of a mentoring teacher instead of as they said it, a grumpy uncle. But then like more X became like Gambit, Colossus. Colossus part of which part of my deal's Atlas, which was happening in the comic books. I don't think Gambit was though. But man, like what I really like about this, because every X-Men I mentioned except for this one, they wasn't teenagers. Pretty much this is what it was. Like we saw like a teenage X-Men, just like it was in the beginning of the comic books. It was like a teenage X-Men, and I really enjoyed that. And it made me watch even more. Even at one point, I think when Cyclops found out that Havoc was alive, and they went to this his little chamber thing, and come to find out that Cyclops had control of his power by his glasses. But what ended up happening was it changes their attitude, and it changes who they really were. And Cyclops didn't want that, thanks to Jean Grey. But this was definitely a good show growing up, because I remember they said this. Before I go on, like Nightcrawler found out that I remember they did this in the 90s X-Men, where Nightcrawler found out Mystique was his mother. And I don't know, I can't remember if they played and they say this in this one. I remember in the 90s, Rogue and Nightcrawler found out they were brothers and sister. I don't know if they did it in X-Men in Evolution X-Men. But quick note right here, guys. I just want to read this right quick. The final moments, and just give me a second here. The series ended with a speech by Charles Xavier, who caught a glimpse of the future without being controlled by Apocalypse. The following future scenarios were foreseen: continued anti-mutant sentiments, reform Magneto, teaching the new mutants, including a return Jubilee and Wolfsbane, said Banshee. Jean eventually being taken over by the all-powerful Dark Phoenix within her and becoming the X-Men most terrible of enemies. Had the series continued, if the series would have continued, the next show, the show next season would have been focused on the Dark Phoenix saga. I wish I really want them. I really wish they can come back and do that. But anyways. Which is, before I say this, which is the next X-Men movie will be about a Dark Phoenix saga, so I hope that goes good. I heard rumors saying they're not going to go into space, so I don't know. But anyway, future X-Men team consisting of Cyclops, Nightcrawler, X-23, Iceman, Beast, Shadowcat, Colossus, Rogue, able to fly without wearing her gloves. Storm, the uniforms look more like the X-Men from alternate X-Men comics, which I personally love. The Brotherhood includes Scarlet Witch, Pyro, standing in front of the shield, and a sign saying, foreshadowing the Freedom Force. The last scene showed the X-Men, New Mutants, Gambit, and Colossus, former acolytes, Boom, Havoc, Angel, X-23, and the returning Spike. The funny thing I remember about this Spike in the comics, he more like a gangster rapper. But this Spike, he was related to Aurora Monroe. I can't remember his real name. It escapes me. But by all means, guys, again, like X-Men was definitely that good show. So before we go on, we have some honorable mentions here. Right quick, we had X-Men Japan, Japanese anime, again, which you would see in my reaction to watching all the X-Men cartoons in this episode. And of course, we have Hulk vs. Wolverine. Now I bet you wonder why why did I add Hulk vs. Wolverine? It's kind of not like a standalone. Like I said, with Marvel anime, Wolverine it's pretty much like a standalone. This really wasn't. This was more so about the Hulk because it's part of the whole Marvel universe. But now, coming at number one, which you all kind of know is going to happen. X-Men the animated series from October 31st, 1992 to September 20th, 1997. This show, guys, is what I grew up. It really got me into the X-Men. Got me in all the comics, playing out half all the games, and even in the comics they had an X-Men franchise. Even when with this blue and yellow, Cyclops is blue and yellow. You know they changed now. You know, sad to say, see Cyclops kill Professor Xavier. This cartoon was definitely one of my favorite Marvel cartoons growing up. I love the original X-Men cartoon, and from the 90s, excuse me. And this is definitely by far my favorite, and I love it so much. And here's the core group of this. We got Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, which is my favorite Rogue, Gambit, Beast, Jean Grey, Jubilee, Professor Xavier, and the voice of Wolverine, Katal J. Todd, who voiced Wolverine from X-Men Children of Adams. Sorry. Excuse me, guys. The voice of Wolverine for X-Men Children of Adams, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel's Capcom 2. I think that's all of them. He voiced not only Wolverine, but he voiced Iceman and Captain America in some of these Capcom fighting games, guys. And I had to say, I didn't know that I had to do so much research, but like, what got me in X-Men so good was the theme song. Oh my god, the theme song. Then also the outro was so well done, so beautifully done. I love it. That was really my favorite X-Men cartoon. So guys, there you have it. This is my list. This is my personal list. If you know what I'm saying, you don't agree about this, tell me what was your favorite X-Men. What was your number one X-Men cartoon? Like I said, mine, it was the, not saying it, I am saying because of nostalgia sake, but this was my favorite X-Men. This, like, even though X-Men 1989 was the start of it, this is what, X-Men from the 90s is what made it great. To me, this was really what started the X-Men franchise, cartoon franchise for me. But guys, I gotta go. This like this last episode because now, quick thing before I go, Mugen Versus, it will start next week. I will get on it as soon as possible, and this way you guys know that I'm still gonna do my CeeLo Green. We are getting close to 100 subscribers. I dress like CeeLo Green from the Grammys. I'm definitely gonna do that, guys. So please understand. Things been a little slow right now, but we're getting there. We're definitely gonna get there. But make sure you like, share, and like, and I do. And remember, don't cut the video off just yet. I got to every X-Men intro. But anyways, guys, let's deuces and enjoy the intros. Y'all have a nice day. Hey guys, back here watching these intros for every X-Men intro out there. Hope you guys enjoyed this too. Hope you enjoyed the show so far. Let's get to watching. Oh my God. Oh my God. This show was bad. This show was really bad. Oh. Oh my God. I love that roll. I love that roll. That's my favorite.
X-Men とは 悪の脅威から人類を守り、人類とミュータントの平和的共存を実現するために組織されたミュータントヒーローチームである。
So I'm not sure. One day I will take the time to actually watch it. I hope I can find it one day. Yeah, it's a time. Sorry about that. But I got juice. Hey, what was it called? Yeah, really? So these can do a wrong way. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. I saw the anime stars looks a lot better. Oh, so baby. I never read that had Sabretooth over here. I already got a dub with this, so I'm gonna try to watch this too. They do have a second intro to it, so again, maybe one day I'm gonna look into it. I'm sorry. This is a good show. I gotta mention before, I love this role. I really do. Nightcrawler. That's a good X-Men. That's what we got next. I think it's, yeah, Wolverine X-Men, okay. This is a good show too. We need more X-Men cartoons. I know I said it before, but we really need a lot more X-Men cartoons. Okay, the tiny help. Kurt. So you mean to tell me that Nightcrawler has only been in the cartoons, that Nightcrawler only been in about 3 times Nightcrawler showed up being the main roster in the cartoon. It was in 1989, Wolverine the X-Men, and X-Men Evolution. Wow, okay. And I did not hate this Marvel anime. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. Plus I got my bag. Hot Storm. Hot Storm. This is pretty good. Again, they're pretty good. I wish they could went more with it, but again, I think since Foxconn owns the right to dispute them, so what you gonna do? This is pretty good. Oh man! Stephen J. Bloom, voice of Wolverine. Pretty much now is the voice of Wolverine. This is a really good show. That's why I say, hey, I actually like this nigga song. But like I said before, Wolverine. It wasn't the best. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I enjoyed the again, sorry to skip right there, but I enjoyed the story what it was telling. I think that's what I really enjoyed most about it. The fights was good too. Well, guys, that's it. That's every X-Men cartoon that was out there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. But we're gonna cut this video short. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Deuces, and y'all have a nice day. Your favorite random man is out.